everyone, I'm Fidel. Today, I want to speak about something that every single one of us uses every day. Something invisible, yet incredibly powerful. Something that can build a person up or completely break them down. Something that can heal wounds or create wounds that last for years. Today, we are talking about how words can heal or hurt. Let me begin with a simple question. Have you ever remembered something someone said to you years ago? Maybe it was a compliment, maybe it was an encouragement, maybe it was criticism, maybe it was an insult. But somehow, after all these years, those words are still living inside your mind. Why? Because words are powerful. Words have the power to stay with us long after the moment has passed. There is a quote that says, "Words are free. It is how you use them that may cost you." Think about that. A word takes only a second to say, but its impact can last for a lifetime. Some people are successful today because somebody believed in them and spoke life into them. And some people are still struggling today because someone spoke words that damaged their confidence. That is the power of words. Many people underestimate their words. They think it's just a joke, it's just a comment, it's just a sentence. But what is small to one person may become a scar to another. A child may forget what toy you bought them. A child may forget what meal you cooked. But they never forget words spoken to them repeatedly. Words shape identity. Words shape confidence. Words shape self-worth. There's a powerful quote. The tongue has no bones, but it is strong enough to break a heart. How true is that? A broken arm heals, a broken leg heals, but sometimes emotional wounds caused by words remain for decades. There was once a young boy who loved drawing. Every day he filled notebooks with sketches. He dreamed of becoming an artist. One day, excitedly, he showed his drawing to someone he admired. Instead of encouragement, he heard these words: "You're wasting your time. You'll never be good enough." Those words were spoken in less than 5 seconds, but they stayed with him for years. He stopped drawing, stopped believing, stopped dreaming. Not because he lacked talent, but because someone else's words became louder than his own belief. Think about how many dreams have died because of careless words. Think about how many people stopped believing in themselves because of something somebody said. That is why we must be careful. Words can either become wings or they can become chains. One encouraging sentence can change someone's life. One cruel sentence can change someone's life too. The difference is the direction. There is another quote. Speak to people as if they are becoming what they are capable of being. What a beautiful thought. Imagine how different the world would be if we used our words to encourage instead of destroy, to build instead of break, to heal instead of wound. Many people today are fighting invisible battles: anxiety, depression, fear, loneliness, low self-esteem. And often, they don't need perfect advice. They simply need encouraging words. A simple, "I believe in you. You can do this. I'm proud of you. I'm here for you." Those words may seem small, but to someone struggling, they can mean everything. There was once a young girl who constantly doubted herself. No matter what she achieved, she never felt good enough. One day, a teacher noticed her efforts and said, "I see potential in you." 4 simple words. "I see potential in you." Years later, that girl said those words changed her life because for the first time, someone saw something in her that she couldn't see in herself. Never underestimate the power of encouragement. You never know how desperately someone needs it. Sometimes one sentence can become the turning point in a person's life. And sadly, the opposite is true as well. Negative words have incredible power, especially when repeated. When a child constantly hears, "You're useless, you're lazy, you're not good enough," eventually they begin believing it. The most dangerous words are not the ones people say once. The most dangerous words are the ones people hear repeatedly. Because repetition creates belief, and belief shapes identity. That is why parents must be careful, teachers must be careful, friends must be careful, leaders must be careful, because words influence lives. There's another powerful quote. Children become what they are told they are. Imagine the responsibility hidden in that sentence. Every parent is helping write the inner voice their child will carry for life. Every teacher is helping shape confidence. Every friend is influencing self-worth. Words matter. One day, a father noticed that his son had become unusually quiet. The boy rarely smiled anymore, rarely participated in activities, rarely spoke about his dreams. Finally, the father sat down and asked what was wrong. The son looked at him and said, "Dad, every time I make a mistake, you tell me what I'm doing wrong, but you never tell me what I'm doing right." The father was speechless because he realized he had spent years correcting, but very little time encouraging. Many relationships suffer because people focus on faults more than strengths. People grow where encouragement exists. People wither where criticism dominates. This does not mean we never correct people. Correction is important, but correction without compassion creates wounds. Correction with love creates growth. Even in friendships, words matter. Some friendships become safe places because of encouraging communication. Others become toxic because of constant negativity. Ask yourself, when people leave a conversation with me, do they feel stronger or weaker? Do they feel encouraged or discouraged? Do they feel valued or judged? Because our words leave emotional footprints. Every conversation leaves something behind. A memory, a feeling, a lesson, an impression. And often people remember how you made them feel more than what you actually said. One of the greatest gifts we can give someone is kind words, especially in difficult times. When people is grieving, when someone is struggling, when someone feels alone, when someone feels like giving up, your words can become medicine. There's a quote that says, "Kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless." Think about that, endless echoes. Some people are still encouraged today by words spoken to them 20 years ago. And sadly, some people are still hurting today because of words spoken 20 years ago. Words live longer than we think. That is why wisdom matters. Before speaking, ask yourself, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? If the answer is no, perhaps silence is better. Because sometimes the most powerful words are the ones we choose not to say. Many arguments begin because people speak emotionally instead of wisely. Anger often says things wisdom never would. And once words leave our mouth, we cannot take them back. There's a quote, "A sharp tongue can cut deeper than a sword." How many relationships have been damaged because of words spoken in anger? How many friendships ended? How many families became distant? How many hearts were wounded? All because of words. That is why emotional maturity matters. Learn to pause before speaking. Learn to listen before responding. Learn to understand before judging. Because words spoken with wisdom create peace. Words spoken carelessly create pain. And finally, let us remember the healing power of words. Your words can inspire. Your words can comfort. Your words can restore hope. Your words can help someone survive a difficult season. There are people around you right now who need encouragement, people who need hope, people who need kindness, people who need to hear. You matter, you are loved, you are stronger than you think. Don't give up. Maybe today your words can become someone else's healing. Maybe your encouragement can become someone else's breakthrough. Maybe your kindness can become someone else's reason to keep going. Thank you. Bye.